Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a review and demo on this foundation. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. So I bought this like 2 months ago, end of November, and I've been wanting to do a review. I tested it out a lot and I've got my thoughts, so I just wanted to share with you my thoughts on this foundation and also how it applies. So let's move on to what it looks like. So this is what the bottle looks like. It is a glass bottle. You get 30 mils of foundation, 30 mils like you always do. This retails for $52 in Australia, which is high end. Obviously it's Estee Lauder, but it's not as expensive as NARS or Smashbox or, you know, Too Faced and brands like that. But this is what it looks like. This is one of the oldest foundation, and I've heard a lot of reviews on this foundation, actually a lot being negative. There are mixed reviews, but a lot of people say that it is really heavy, it's patchy, it grabs on, it's too full coverage, it's like heavy on the face. Yeah, so I've heard a lot like that, and I've been putting off getting this, and also, you know, wasn't sure about the color and everything. But I finally decided, no, I'm gonna go get this foundation. So I color matched myself, and then another person, like beauty advisor that works for Estee Lauder, color matched me, and we both were on the same track of 5W1 bronze. So I got this shade. So background to my skin, I've got oily skin, I've got a yellow base, and yeah, I've got a really warm skin tone, and I go light to dark in like winter, summertime. So right now it's summer, but I haven't tanned too much, but I have tanned since when I actually got this match, but it still matches okay, because it's not like I didn't go really dark. So I have oily skin. I generally like a medium coverage. I'm not really a full coverage person, but I don't mind a full coverage when I do want a full coverage, but that's really rare that I want a full coverage. So yeah, then I decided to pick this up. So Estee Lauder is available at David Jones and Sephora stores in Australia, and Maya. Yeah, Maya, David Jones and Sephora stores. So it has a gold lid, and when you twist it, it just has a pourer thing. It doesn't have a pump, which is a downside to this foundation, but it's a fairly compact size. It is a little heavy because it is glass. It has SPF of 10. Personally, I haven't found too much of flashback, but there is a bit of flashback because it has SPF of 10. Now, the way I like to apply this is using a beauty blender, because it is a very full coverage foundation, and it is also a satin to matte finish. It stays on for a very long time. So because I have oily skin, it doesn't grab to any patches. I have to use a primer with all my foundations, and I do with this as well, but any primer works great. It works better with a beauty blender than it works with a brush. I have tried a brush and it's fine, but I prefer a beauty blender. Beauty blender shears out your foundation, so it like makes the coverage a bit lighter. We can always build it up. So that's why I like the beauty blender, because I don't like that very full coverage. When I use a beauty blender, it shears it out slightly. But it still gives you a really full coverage. I do really like it. So I've got the foundation on right now, and it just looks beautiful. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and show you guys the demo, how I apply it, and then I'm going to come back and tell you guys more about the foundation. On my face, I'm using the Benefit the Professional Matte Rescue Primer. I'm just taking that on my hand, which looks like a gel, and I'm just putting that all over the face and blending it out. Now for the foundation, I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. This has SPF of 10 and I'm in the shade 5W1 Bronze. So this is the packaging, and when you open it, it doesn't have a pump, which is a con. And yeah, so I'm just gonna pour some on the back of my hand. It's so hard to control when there's no pump. You don't know how much to like take out and stuff. So I've got my damp Beauty Blender Pro here, which is my favorite way to apply this or any foundation really. I'm taking my finger and patting on the foundation on my face. With my Beauty Blender, I'm patting the foundation in. As you can see, it's blending out beautifully with this Beauty Blender. It's not thick or hard to blend like I've heard a lot of reviews about. Sponges do shear things out a little, so you know, it's still giving me a really good coverage, but at the same time gives me a flawless and even look instead of being streaky or patchy, or you know, it like grabbing onto certain areas. The color is a perfect match. As you can see, it looks really natural. I don't even need to blend it too much down the neck because it's a really nice color. I think, so this is one layer and I think this is a good enough coverage for me, but just to show you guys, I'm going to add just a little bit more. So that is the second layer done. As you can see, it's very it's a satin finish, satin to matte finish, and it just looks really natural. The color's really nice. It's not too heavy, it doesn't feel heavy on the skin, and I think it's mainly because of the Beauty Blender. It just spreads it out really beautifully and gives you a flawless finish. Yeah, so it's not really thick and stuff like that on the face, so I really like it. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and apply my concealer and powder and do all that kind of stuff, which I normally do, and I will be right back. So I'm back. This is what my face looks like. I have put everything on top. I have filmed this makeup tutorial, so it will be up either before or after. I will leave a card up in the corner, whichever video is up first. But this, like, everything on top goes on really smoothly. It's not you know, it doesn't grab or, you know, like that. It's just really nice and smooth. So this is what it looks like. It is really nice. It's a very lightweight. I can't feel it at all. It's very natural and I highly recommend it, and it lasts for a very long time on my oily skin. So yeah, as like I said in the start of the video, I have very oily skin and this lasts really well. I don't have to blot as often as a lot of my other foundations. It isn't fully matte, like it doesn't keep me oil free like forever, like throughout the whole day. I do have to blot, but say like once in 6-7 hours, so I don't get too shiny. But it doesn't crack on me, it doesn't break on me, it lasts a really long time, and as I said, it doesn't feel heavy and stuff on my face, on my oily skin. So I do really like this foundation and I highly recommend it. It's a good price for a high-end foundation. They have a bunch of different shades, I believe, and I do really like it. I was put off by other people's review, but I personally think it's really good and I highly recommend it. For reference, other shades of foundation, I'm a NARS Tahoe and Winter Syracuse, so I'm kind of in between. I'm MAC NC44. I use Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation in 3.2, L'Oreal Infallible Foundation in 109 Classic Tan, which is slightly a bit darker for me, but it's around that skin tone. So if you want to watch my what shades of foundation I am, I will go ahead and leave a link down below to my foundation collection, and I talk about my foundation shades and stuff in that video, so you can see what I'm similar to in this foundation. But yeah, I'm so happy to own this foundation. It's become one of my favorites really quickly and I love it, so I highly recommend it. But yeah, anyways, that is it for my review and demo on the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know what other foundation reviews you want me to do, and I would love to do that for you. And a foundation's really hard, so I'm happy to help. But yeah, anyways, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.